Hey everyone, today I just want to go over how to locate and decode some of the important labels and stickers on the Shelby GT350. This can be very important to potential future owners who are looking to pick up a used GT350 and they're trying to decipher what year the car is, whether it's a 350 or 350R, and whether or not the car has the original engine or not. Now, some of this information is pretty basic and you can use some simple decoders on the internet, but some of it is a little bit more obscure and can be harder to find. Now, I will use my car and the information on it as an example. My car is a 2020 Shelby GT350R, but my car is an early build 2020. It was actually built in 2019. So we'll start off with locating the VIN number. Obviously very easy. There's lots of VIN decoders on the internet to help you to decipher exactly what the vehicle is. One easy location to find the VIN, where if you don't have access to the inside of the car, it's always going to be on the bottom of the windshield here on the driver's side. That's pretty much standard on all cars manufactured now. Also, if you have access to the car, there will also be another Vin sticker on the door jamb itself. Obviously, this is the sticker from Ford when it was manufactured. Now, like I said, it was an early built 2020, built in October of 2019. Also got the VIN here. Now, the important part with the VIN is to remember the last 8 digits. Lima 5550501. That will come up later, as well as the fact that this car was manufactured in October of 2019. Now, I'll just cover the chassis plaque on the passenger side. Every Shelby GT350 that left the factory had one of these on there. These are pretty common. Most people have seen these before. This will also provide a little bit of information on the vehicle itself. Okay, like I said, mine's a 2020 GT350R. Obviously, it has the R here. It has the red background on it. And then as far as the chassis code, the L basically means it was a 2020. L is the letter that they use for 2020. There'll be different letters for different years. R denotes it was an R model, and the chassis is number 108. So 2020 350R chassis 108. Pretty common. Most Shelby enthusiasts and people looking to look at cars know that. But now I want to get to some of the little bit more obscure information that may be a little bit harder to find. Maybe you've seen it and you're not sure where to find it on your car or car you're looking at. So we'll start off with the engine sticker that has the manufacturer date on it. Now, to get access to that, very easy. It's just underneath the driver's side coil cover. To get that driver's side coil cover off, you just have to remove the breather hose on the driver's side. Very easy to get off. Just has these little blue tabs here. You just push them to get them out of the way. I usually take the one off on the intake first. When I pull that off, I can rotate this, get access to the blue tab on the other side, pull it straight off, and put that off to the side. The coil cover itself, also super easy to take off, no tools. It sits on 3 studs, and these rubber retainers hold them on, so it's super easy to get off. And once you have that out of the way, now you can locate the sticker on the engine itself. And the numbers on the bottom are going to denote when the engine was manufactured. This first series, the EF0AA, basically means it was a Romeo-built engine. The next 2 digits, 19, that means that this engine was built in 2019, which makes sense because it was an early 2019 built 2020 model year. The next 3 denote what day it was built. You see the number 262. That basically means this engine was built on the 262nd day in 2019. So that translates into September 19th of 2019, which makes sense. If this was an original engine car, the engine was built about a month before the car itself was manufactured. So the next series of numbers, just basically, I believe the 220 means it was a niche line engine, and the 23 all the way at the end means it was the 23rd vehicle, 23rd engine built on that date. You'll also typically see the R models, the engine code will be 555. The non-R models were 557. I don't know if they did that for the very latest cars. I know for some of the earlier cars they did that, but that's also a common number if you see the difference of the 555 versus 557. So we're pretty sure that this is an original engine car because the engine was built a month before the vehicle itself was fully assembled. But to be 100% sure, we need to see the VIN number of the vehicle itself on the engine. Fortunately, that is very, very easy to find on these cars. And even if it's a vehicle you don't have access to, like it's sitting outside in a dealer lot, and you just want to know if the car is the original engine or not, you can do that very easily without opening the car. The only thing you really need is a flashlight, because it's a little bit dark underneath the bottom of the vehicle, locating it. But once you know where to look, it's super easy to see. So you're going to look basically between the back of the driver's side front wheel and the fender. I obviously already have a flashlight down there just so it makes it a little bit easier to see. We're going to go through here, and at the very bottom of the engine, all the way at the back, just above the oil pan, you can see my VIN number, Lima 5550501. So every Shelby will have the last 8 characters of the VIN number imprinted on the engine. And obviously that's not a sticker. That's not something that can be changed. That is, the numbers are punched in there from Ford. So if you're trying to locate the engine VIN on a GT350 to decipher whether it's got the original engine, there you go. So now we know that this car, we've confirmed that the engine was built a month before the car, which makes sense. And we know that the chassis and the engine have the exact same VIN number, so we know it's the original engine to the car. So I hope you found this information very informative, and if you're looking at a Shelby yourself now, you can locate this information and sort of decipher the vehicle for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.